Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week ahead. Now, keep in mind, these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages waiting for you there as well. Okay, my friends, let's get started here for Sagittarius. What is the energy around the week ahead for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ooh, okay. Okay, Sag. Very interesting. I saw this regeneration card as I was shuffling. Regeneration on the bottom of the deck. We've got co-create, time to go, and all that glitters. Interesting combination of cards. 45 and 46 are here. So you're moving towards something. You've got cards in a sequence. Now, this is very interesting combination because you're sort of at a place here right now where I feel like you're working very closely with intuition, inspiration, manifestation. You know, you might not even realize that you're a creative person. That might not be something that you use as an adjective to describe yourself. But in this moment right now, it's like you're very, very tuned in to your creative abilities. And it almost feels like something is about to come into fruition where you're creating something that expresses your individuality. And it's co-create because you're creating this with... It feels like you're creating this with the universe, with source, with your higher self. You're creating this. This is something, there's a beautiful owl here. Always reminds me of that idea of transformation, rebirth, and the concept of renewal and something transformative happening. So this really feels like a moment where you're really connecting to yourself and it's really opening you up to new ideas. And you're sort of looking in the mirror of the metaphorical mirror, looking at and not seeing exactly what you expect to see. You know, like it's almost like as you reflect on yourself, this is showing you a different reflection than what you're used to seeing. And it feels like you're about to have a flash of inspiration and that you're at your very most creative right now. So sort of tuning into yourself is going to really help you come to this realization. But it almost feels like you don't need help coming to this realization. It's just that like being connected to yourself right now is going to reveal to you so much vastness. Like there's so much beneath the surface when it comes to your ideas. Like I feel like you're almost, you know, take it as it resonates, but it's almost like you're in a process right now where you're receiving channeled messages from your higher self, guiding you. And your job is to be open and receptive to these ideas and create. See, there's an egg in this card too. And that egg is your inspiration. And I feel like you're about to move on this in quite a big way. Now, it's interesting to me that the next two cards have appeared in your reading because this card talks about walking away from something because there's nothing else to learn from that experience. So, my friends, I feel like you're being guided away from something that's an illusion and it no longer serves you as an experience that you're learning from. That's what these two cards say to me, which I think is interesting as they are sort of sandwiched between these two cards. This one talking about you giving birth to something, and these ones saying it's time to end something. So it's very interesting. They feel very related to me, that you're at the end of one journey and at the beginning of a new one. You know what I mean? And it's almost like it's time to these cards are saying, take stock in what you've learned so far. Integrate the wisdom of your experience so far, because you're about to move from one ending into a huge new beginning here. This is a powerful new avenue of opportunity, and it's coming because this experience has come to an end. This is coming to an end. So you might be in a position where you're noticing that things feel like they're like, there's nothing left for me to do here or learn from this. And it doesn't feel like pursuing this any further is going to get me anywhere. And I think you're right. You know, if that's how you've been feeling lately, then this is definitely your reading. And then seeing that all that glitters card to follow is yet another sign here to see beyond the superficial in something. So this tells me that whatever's over here, whatever has ended here, whatever, you know, has naturally come to a conclusion here, might be something that you have to see beyond in order to realize it's over, because there might be a lot of sort of adornments or sort of surface level, superficial level things that keep you motivated to keep doing this. So there might be a lot of things here that, you know, symbolically might look like prosperity and to continue, but it's a mask. You can see all that glitters. This card really does signal to see beyond the superficial. Okay, and to learn to recognize the masks and motives that are underlying certain things that almost seem too glittery. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like it's feeding the ego to continue here, but there's really nothing left for you to learn here. Everything here is just superficial now. And, you know, it's not that there is, anything wrong with doing things that have, you know, a superficial sort of layer on them that makes you feel like it's really, really worthy. Like, I'm not suggesting that you judge this, but it's just this idea of sort of coming into attention when something may be causing feelings that, like, you know, just feel empty. You know, it almost just feels like empty. That's the word that comes to mind. You know what I mean? And there may be something here on the surface that, again, like I said, seems really attractive and seems really valuable, but it's once you dig into it, you realize there's nothing behind it. And so it's time to leave this. You might be overly focused on this right now, Sagittarius, and you're being guided to release that and be open to receive this new path. And the card on the bottom of the deck, that 46, is this idea of something coming to life. And so I really think that if you can somehow allow this cycle to end, the cycle that is, there's nothing left for you to learn from it, and it almost feels like there's a natural ending here because it's very superficial now. If you can accept that endings come in many forms, and now you must release what is over, then you will be so ready to receive this, because you're about to be reborn. This card talks of rebirth. This card talks of rebirth. This is you becoming the authentic version of yourself. But in order to get there, it's like it's time to leave something behind. And some other clues for you here. If you're, you know, don't make this fit. If it doesn't resonate, then don't take it. But if you're thinking, oh yeah, I think this does fit for me, whatever's got to go here it's time to let it, you know, it sounds harsh, but the words associated with this card is sort of like, let it die. There's nothing left there. You've learned everything you've needed to learn. You know, sometimes I think of this card as being a message like, if you believe that everything is written, then whatever was written here is finished. You finished it. You know, your contract is complete in this area. Now it's time to be reborn. I mean, I've spent 10 minutes talking about these cards because they're so fascinating to me in this arrangement. So let's jump into the tarot cards and get a little bit more clarity for you. But what a fascinating beginning to your reading here, Sagittarius. It's like something is ready to die. Let it die. And I don't mean death. I just mean like it's over. It's stagnant. It's rotting. It almost feels like it's been it's just sitting there rotting, stagnating. It doesn't serve you anymore. Yeah, big changes, my friends. Knight of Swords carries in a huge, big change. And there's the Queen of Wands leading you to something that you feel passionate about, that's new, that's really resonating with life. The Knight of Swords is coming out to clear away all that decay and stagnation. And you're burnt out already. You're already burning out from this situation, and there's your rebirth in Judgment. Your new life awaits, Sagittarius. Your new life awaits you. And it's interesting. It's like you just have to be okay with walking away from something that no longer serves you. And your higher self is already trying to guide you towards that. This is something that you may have to grieve a little bit. I feel like you just have to let it go, though. I think you're done grieving. When I look at the Five of Cups in reverse, it tells me that, like, this is something you've grieved already many, many times. You've looked back at this and already sort of felt those heavy emotions once, twice, 3 times. And now it's sort of like, will you walk away? Will you feel the message that's coming through the lack of movement in this area and just sort of move away? Let it go. Let it go, because you're about to be reborn into something completely different. Let's clarify these cards. Let's see what messages come through for the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's the 10 of Wands. 9, 10. You're burnt out from doing something back and forth all day long, something that you're questioning even in your mind as you're doing it, to say, like, why am I still involved in this? Why am I still giving this my energy? You're about to collect a new harvest. You're about to stumble into this new beginning because, and I say stumble only because of how burnt out you are. I've sensed that you're exhausted. I feel like you're exhausted from this cycle coming to a close. And it's almost like you need a little bit of a rest for the immediate week. Like, I would almost take this week before the new year to rest and clear out. You might even want to do you might be feeling like it's time to do a deep cleaning of your home and your car and your body. Like, you might even be like, I got to go to the spa. I need the full treatment, like, I feel like you're so burnt out, you might not be investing in self-care. And so you might need to do a full spring cleaning of your home, a full, get your home spick and span, get rid of stuff that you don't use, get rid of all those clothes from when you were whatever size or whatever age or whatever period, you know what I mean? Like, get rid of those things. It's time to declutter. It's time to cleanse your environment. Prepare. This is a preparation week for you, Sagittarius. This is a week of preparation for this new beginning that's very inspired and very led by your higher self. And I feel like it's time. The 10 of Cups, I mean, that's right. 10 of Wands, then the 10 of Cups, exactly. You're about to be here, emotionally fulfilled, feeling happy, feeling joy, feeling free, feeling inspired, feeling guided towards more bliss, health, happiness, joy. This is a week to prepare for this. And I feel like it's... I just got even a funny image in my mind of going through your kitchen and cleaning out your cupboards and cleaning the top of your fridge and cleaning what's in your fridge, going through your deep freezer, getting rid of stuff that's got freezer mold all over it. And it's just like, and now I'm seeing a visual of someone in their garage doing the same thing, getting rid of stuff that's been sitting in their garage, just collecting dust. And it's like, it feels like you're shifting your energy from within and then to your like micro level and then the macro and then, hit the camera. Like you're taking it level by level and expanding until the whole environment looks different. The whole environment has changed. The whole vibe has changed. Yeah, this is very interesting. Page of Wands coming through in the reverse on the burnt out feeling. because it's almost like there are moments where you're so burnt out, Sagittarius. I can almost see you having a little tantrum because you're so burnt out, but it's not a reflection of your emotional maturity. When I say tantrum, it's just how exhausted you are. It's how exhausted you are. You've been running on this hamster wheel in the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands for, I think, a considerable period. And it's almost like now you're so exhausted that you might just collapse into bed weeping, or crumple into a ball onto the floor at the end of the day and just weep because you're so tired of doing something that's decaying, metaphorically decaying. But like you're about to be reborn, my friend, and it's Paige, right? We come into this world screaming, and I feel like you're going into this next chapter screaming and crying because you're just so exhausted and you're so ready for what's about to happen, but you don't see it maybe. There's the King of Wands. You got the King and the Queen of Wands. So this is all about you being inspired and you being sort of motivated by your will. Your will is motivating you. Your higher self is sending you instructions and communications, and it's almost like you're receiving this and you just need to be open to it. The bottom of the deck is the 7 of Cups, which says to me, again, that there's all these options and none of them resonate for you anymore. This is a time where you may have been daydreaming or fantasizing or wishful thinking, but what's coming down your path is so much greater than wishful thinking and fantasizing. This is life purpose stuff. This is divine intervention stuff. This is you getting instructions. It almost feels like instructions are coming to you from your higher self on where your new journey begins, your rebirth. This is a whole new you. And I feel like it's starting with this idea of like wanting to clean things up, wanting to get ready. There's a preparation energy around you, Sagittarius, and it's leading to this amazing new beginning for you. It's really lovely energy to be sitting in, actually, but it comes with a lot of change. There's a big change here and a big ending, but this ending is leading to a huge beginning. You're about to set down your burdens and have the new beginning that I feel like you've been waiting for almost, like it's very interesting. There's a part of me that feels like you've been feeling this coming, but you just haven't been able to sort of source it out. But it's very expressive. It's very confident. It is you helping others sort of build their own power too. Like it's like you're not only going to empower yourself, but you're going to be empowering others. I feel like for some of you, this could involve being an entrepreneur. This could be you being a leader. This is you being ultra successful and having this like timelessness in your success. Like it's like you're having a creative vision. This is very fascinating. I feel like you're preparing for this week. And then it almost feels like this is really going to kick into high gear in 2023. And right away in 2023. Like you're going from 10 of Wands feeling exhaustion to 10 of Cups feeling exhilaration, happiness, joy, fulfillment. Like it's like this, right? It's amazing. What does Sagittarius need to surrender or surrender to? Surrender or surrender to. Okay. Anything else? Oh, a couple of things. Okay. Okay. You've got surrender unhealthy relationships. So for some of you, this thing over here that has stagnated and there's nothing left to learn from it could involve a relationship with a certain group, with a certain person, with a certain experience. It'll be different for everyone. It says here, let go of relationships that don't serve you, including emotionally unavailable or toxic connections. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Exactly. Now, we also see the idea of surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking and do something fun. Do something fun. That's a clue. That's a clue for you. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to flow, and it will also keep you connected to your higher self that is trying to send you messages about this right now. So be open to the magic of your higher self communicating with you, because that's going to open this all up. Play, rejuvenate, and allow these things to just end that have no life force behind them. They have no life force behind them for you anymore. Wow. Bottom of the deck says surrender procrastination, and behind that, surrender fear, and then surrender to joy. I love that. I'm giving you all of these. Procrastination. Thank you. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Yes, take action towards this new path. Surrender fear. Let go of fearful stories that you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. Surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and the easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. You got this, Sagittarius. This is a huge transformative time for you. Play, have joy, let go of fear, release unhealthy connections, release procrastination, and allow that wonder and awe to come through your higher self, guiding you to your rebirth. This is rebirth. Amazing reading. Thank you so much for joining me for this, Sagittarius. I hope it's been helpful and it's resonated for you. If it has, please leave me some comments. Consider subscribing, liking, sharing. And I look forward to reading for you again very soon. Take care, my friends, and sending you so much love and light.